Hey everyone, hope everyone's having a great week so far. We're back again to part 6 of the multi-part series exposing Christopher Mitchell, targeting mostly his newest followers and believers, and even some of his still past believers and followers of his inner circle. With that said, sorry, it's been a while in between videos. Been extremely busy. Been playing a lot of live poker. In fact, I'm going to try to videotape my live session on this upcoming Saturday. I'm taking some days off from the poker and making some videos. So without said, let's dive into a quick recap of all the Christopher Mitchell's history of scams. All right, starting with his gay porn, gay male escort, and carried along to all these multiple scams that he's ran up until the gambling scam. So without further ado, please pay attention because you'll want to enjoy this.
Scam, scam. Scam, man. Who are you? He's a man, but not just any man. He's a scam man of no fixed address, and he'll wine you, dine you. How does he do it? With his charms, he's best to not alarm you, the victim of his shady scam, while you're lusting, busting, and you're trusting. Scam man. He's from the streets, y'all. Scam man. Shady, baby. Scam man. He's the dog, baby. Scam man. Shady, baby. Where are you? On the streets, and when he feels heat, he'll be rolling. There'll be no trail as he's humping, pumping. Who are you? He's a man, but not just any man. He's a scam man of no fixed address, and he'll wine you, dine you. Scam man. He's the dog, baby. Scam man. He's shady, baby. Scam man. He's from the streets.
And just like we did over the years, catching him in thousands of lives, we're going to touch on some of his most recent lies here and dive into them. That all is storytelling with no proof, creates the illusion that it's real when it's just a mirage.
So there's no professional gambler in the world who documents their success more than I do.
Wrong again. You see, unlike Christopher, who's a newbie gambler, there's actual really professional gamblers out there, real ones, who makes videos, who's had documentaries made about them. People have written books about them. They've written their books, and they've documented everything, and they've shown actual proof. Unlike Christopher Mitchell, they show their proof. All right, but what Christopher Mitchell does is he wants to claim he's the only one on YouTube doing this. I would say he's the only one on YouTube scamming, but we also got his buddy Cheetos Baccarat, who 1 minute was making exposing videos of Christopher Mitchell and decides if you can't beat him, join him. All it takes is looking at his YouTube channel. You can see the transition from exposing a scammer to becoming a scammer. And now we're going to touch on some more proof and evidence for you newest followers and believers of Christopher Mitchell's to think about, because most of my older followers already know this. Here's the thing. My first video, my channel started March 21st, 2020. Now, Christopher Mitchell's first video on his channel, because there's no other channels out there, remember, was April 28, 2021. You newest followers and believers of Christopher Mitchell may be asking yourself, how does that happen? How does that happen that my channel started exposing him with videos out there that his new channel over a year and a month later? And this is why. Christopher Mitchell's first channel, Change Your Life Vlog. This account has been terminated due to multiple severe violations of YouTube's policies against spam, deceptive practices, and misleading content or other terms of violations. And when that happened, what did he do? Quickly resorted to creating another Christopher Mitchell channel. And that got terminated really quick. This account has been terminated due to multiple severe violations of YouTube policies against spam, deceptive practices, and misleading content or other terms of services. All right. So if you don't want to hear what I'm saying and proving, listen to what YouTube is saying. Look at what YouTube has done. Okay. Then he tried creating a Patreon page, and that got terminated, shut down. This page is under review, yet to be reinstalled over 5-6 months ago. Okay, so again, look at the proof. Look at the videos I started making, and look what happened when they got exposed. His new channel will eventually get shut down too, but again, his first channel, second channel, Patreon, all terminated. Let's keep going.
There's no professional gambler in the world who has a private inner circle.
Wrong again. Because all it takes is if somebody actually used Google and actually Googled Christopher Mitchell and all the bullshit that he spews, I'm a professional gambler, I'm all this, and actually tried to do research, you'll see he's a scammer. And there's many, many forums out there talking about it. All right? But they'll see, if they Google gambling forums, you'll see Wizard of Hodge, you'll see Blackjack, the forum. You'll even see ones that I created. This one I created 4 years ago. The backstory is I created it 4 years ago when people were getting scammed by Michael Morgenstern and others, and they're yearning to become for the information, for free information out there. All right, so I created it. All right, and I'm not a professional gamblers. You know who uses the term professional gamblers? Professional scammers are the only ones that use the term professional gamblers. Everyone else in the community, gambling community, are called advantage players. And they're known as advantage players because they get advantages mathematically to get the advantage over the casino, mostly in card counting. Some doing it now in advantage slots. Yes, you can actually advantage play in slots. But this was a free form that I created, who I consider myself a very disciplined, expert gambling in the sports betting, poker fields, and I got documented proof, actual documented proof. But what my forum has done over the last 4 years was bring in and attract these full-time documents, proven experts, advantage players, who's willing to teach people for free, willing to teach them for free how to become disciplined, how to become advantage players, and whatever the fields they want. They want to do it in card counting, we got experts in that. Sports betting, poker, advantage slots, again. But it doesn't come easy, and we teach you that. But again, these are full of experts, documented, all right? Graduates of the Blackjack Boot Camp, all right? Documented their travels. Actual has documented proof. Documented, unlike Christopher Mitchell, okay? So with that said, let's keep going.
There's no professional gambler in the world who puts on private, in-person mastermind events.
And again, his new mastermind event scam is just another scam added to the long list he's created over the last 13 years of scams. All right, let's keep going.
There's no professional gambler in the world sharing their tips, their rules, their secrets, their strategies on how to beat the casino like I do.
As I said before, there is another scammer out there like Christopher Mitchell, and it's his protege, Cheeto's Baccarat. And look at Cheeto's page. The very beginning, it was all trashing Christopher Mitchell. Everything Christopher Mitchell was doing, he was exposing, and then his page turned into the exact same thing he was exposing from Christopher Mitchell. He started doing the same things, saying he's playing live, saying he's a professional gambler, saying his strategies win 99% of the time. All right, it's very comical, and his is even more blatant to see how much of a scammer he is. And let me take this time to say anyone who's paid these fools with it, whether it's PayPal or a credit card, you can get all your money back. Even if it's been 60 days, 90 days, whatever the case may be, call them up, call your credit card up, and dispute charges claiming it was fraud. And you have all the proof. And what they'll do, what your credit card would do, because they go to bat for you, they'll immediately give you a temporary credit of all the money you paid them, all right, and do the investigation and wait for their response, whether it's Christopher's or Cheeto's Baccarat, all right, and they won't respond because they're committing wire fraud, all right, deceptive practices, and they can't dispute it, all right, because credit card companies have their own investigative purposes, all right, and then what they'll do is they'll ask you, say for instance, if Christopher is stupid enough or Cheeto's is stupid enough to dispute and send their evidence, then you send yours. You send my videos, you send whatever. But I guaranteed 100%. This is 100% guaranteed bet on my life that if you dispute all your credit card transactions to either one of these guys or your PayPals, you will get all your money back. And you can hold me to it. Let's keep going.
Nobody films themselves more live playing baccarat, blackjack, roulette, betting on sports. Nobody films themselves winning more than I do.
Okay, first let's start off with there's dozens and dozens and dozens of YouTubers that have been doing it for a lot longer than Christopher Mitchell. Actually filming live streaming of them playing in a casino at a table. A lot of these channels, you can actually see them play live at tables. All right, to name a few: Chico Twins, 88,000 subs. Lucky Lead Gaming, cute little girl. She plays live at the table. All right. Then you got All Casino Actions, the old slot lady's old channel, 300,000 viewers. These people, among many other YouTubers, film live, okay, at the tables. But Christopher Mitchell, with his only 4,000, half of them bought subs, he makes we already went over this and proven it time and time again. He makes scripted, edited videos that aren't lies, or that aren't live. He claims they're live, but he never live streams them. All right, he always does here's a timestamp, here's the date, but again, we already proven it, they're all scripted videos that he's playing with fake affiliate money that he gets from BetOnline. They do this for influencers. He's considered an influencer where they'll give him all the fake money he wants to stream. And what he does was he'll film these videos and only post the ones that he wins at. He scraps all the losing ones, all right? Because he's never, ever played live stream on BetOnline. He doesn't. All them videos are full of shit. Again, it's Christopher Mitchell and his storytelling. Because like I said, it's been proven time and time again, he doesn't show any withdrawals. He's been busted trying to show fake withdrawals, claiming they're real, and we pointed out and busted his ass. And again, he uses fake money. All that money in his account is just fake. So again, and that's how he scripts it. If he loses money, if he'll do a screenshot, he'll go through the formalities. Hi, this is a timestamp. Hi, this is this. Now we're playing. And if he loses, scraps that video, starts over again, makes another video. Hi, we're timestamped. We're live. This is this. Here's my bank. And if he loses, scraps that video until he gets winners. That's how he shows that he wins every day. And the video is running a lot longer than I wanted it to be, so we're going to wrap up here with a few of the dozens and dozens of emails I've gotten from victims, Christopher Mitchell victims, sharing their stories. So without further ado, let's listen to them, and then we'll wrap up the video. Stay tuned for the next one, which would be recapping all his fake money, showing his fake money bullshit. All right?
It says, hello, sir. Thank you for allowing me to contact you to discuss what Christopher Mitchell did to my son and warn others. My son's 21st birthday was on October 26th, and he asked if his father and I would buy him some 99% winning Baccarat strategies and entrance into a private Baccarat group for his gift. Being a cautious mother, I asked him as many questions about it as I could, not knowing what Baccarat was. He said he had been following this guy, Christopher Mitchell, for a couple months on YouTube. He believed everything he was saying and convinced him he could make a lot of money playing this Baccarat game. I asked him to show me what he was watching so I could understand what it was that he wanted, and it was true, and was it true? Like the typical son, he believed it was and just asked his father and I to trust his decision. So neither his father or myself researched this guy, Christopher Mitchell, before giving my son $500 for his birthday gift. Well, my son went to casino with his friends a few days after his birthday. He showed them the strategies he bought in the private Baccarat club. So they all took a lot of their savings that night, thinking they'd win with these surefire strategies Christopher Mitchell convinced them of being. To make a long story short, my son and his friends lost every single dollar they took with them to the casino. They all said they followed the strategies correctly, but said they lost 7 straight bets that called for them to be doubled every time. Upon learning this, my husband and I tried contacting this Christopher Mitchell personally through his email. Not only did we not get a response, my son was removed from being in that private club. And let's see here. The second it happened, we knew he was blindsided with a huge scam. Seeing him so distraught infuriated my husband and I. In fact, my husband was 2 seconds away from booking a flight to Vegas to find this Christopher Mitchell. Anyways, I've been kicking myself every day for not researching this before giving my son the $500 for his birthday. After researching the aftermath, I found your channel and can't believe how easy it is to see how big of a scammer that guy is. I also can't believe my son didn't try to research better, as he would have found your channel like I did. We're taking all the necessary steps to file the complaints and possibly a class action lawsuit. This is also why I contacted you, to see if we can get the ball rolling on such a lawsuit. Would you use your channel to advertise it to help all those who got scammed? I can't believe something so easy to detect Christopher Mitchell is a lifetime scammer is allowed on social media. I'm sure you're busy for the holidays, but hope to hear back from you soon so we can possibly work together in stopping this vile human being. All right, this victim emails me and says, "Good day, Mr. Kevin. I was given your email by so-and-so to tell you my 4-week experience in Christopher Mitchell's private Facebook group. On December 26th, I gave Christopher and Stacy $250 after watching this video, saying nobody would ever have to pay any more money going forward. Well, last week after his birthday weekend, there was rumors going around that CM was telling members to give him $1,000 birthday gifts, and how he didn't bring his own money to gamble with and had to borrow from members. The major red flag for myself was his highly touted was his highly touted Baccarat boot camp, or should I say Boy Scout camp, because there was none. This big event was nothing more than him handing out what he called his new strategy that wasn't even a strategy whatsoever. So a few days after his birthday weekend, he was saying how he created a new breakthrough system and that the group would have to chip in more money for it. This coming just after 4 weeks of video proof nobody would ever need to pay more money for future systems ever. Then a few days after that, he said we all had to sign non-disclosure agreements and that those who didn't do both would be removed from his group. Well, I never responded, thinking there's no way I could be kicked out after 4 weeks from being told I'd never have to pay again. So guess what? I was kicked out this week with no explanation. I'm guessing because I never responded to his demands that violated his own terms set in videos. So I did file reports with the FTC and FBI IC3, and I downloaded the form Nevada Attorney General asked you to fill out and mail in. So Monday I'm mailing it in along with copies of all my evidence. I'm not going to let him get away with this, and it sounds like neither are you. So count me in on your team of witnesses and victims to help any way I can to get the Mitchells sent to prison, okay?
And this one, hello YouTube scam exposers. Thank you for allowing me to contact you to share my story in hopes of it helping me getting my $500 back Christopher Mitchell stole from me. I gave him $500 2 weeks ago for his strategies and Facebook group. Yes, I know it wasn't the smartest thing I've ever done, but I'm desperate to make money during these hard times. After receiving very confusing strategies on how to play Baccarat, I reached out to Christopher for better explanation. It took him 3 days to reply back to me, a paying customer. After trying to clarify what I just paid for, I went to a casino in hopes of starting to find a way to make extra money. After just an hour, I was out $1,300. Added with the $500 I gave him, I was now down $1,800. I called it a night and I decided I would try again the next day. Well, I was completely wrong again as I lost another $850 in just my first 40 minutes the next night, making it a total out of pocket for $2,650, an even bigger hole in my life. After confronting him in Facebook group, he kicked me out and hasn't returned any of my messages. He calls it a support group because everyone in there are losing, and he just spews more and more lies and false hopes to them. Anyways, if there's anyone I can contact about this to help his matters, please call me at. I've contacted the Caesar's Palace and Bellagio to report him as being a victim of his fraud. The security department was no help at all. But I spoke to the day shift manager overseeing table games. He was very empathetic, took my complaint down, and would see what he could do. He stated the Bellagio doesn't want any negative publicity from enabling scammers to frequent their casinos to dupe their customers. Thank you again, YouTube scammers, for taking the time to hear my ordeal. I hope to hear back from you soon. So that wraps up this video. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We're going to recap many clips of Christopher Mitchell continuing to show his fake prop money. And as always, we ask that you give us a like. Whether you like the content or not, it's what the content stands for, and that is helping expose Christopher Mitchell scams, and so newer viewers and followers of his don't fall for those scams and get it in their eyes. It moves us up the algorithm to get better views for newer people. That said, again, stay tuned for the next video. Give us a like, and have a great night.